From the admission procedure to the learning and teaching culture at Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, our esteemed panelist will talk about what makes Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham more than just a university for higher education. Joining us today are Dr. A.K. Mandal, HOD of Allied Health Science and Pathology, Dr. T.K. Saha, HOD of Biochemistry and Coordinator of Medical Education Unit, Dr. Jeet Adhikari, Consultant and Faculty of Allied Health Science and HOD of Physician Associate Program, Dr. Praveen Bis, CIO, Dr. Lekha Vishwanath, Principal of Nursing. Let's start with talking about the teaching philosophy of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham.
Sure, thank you. I think in terms of philosophy, we always believe and are committed towards complete holistic development of a student. So, as a university, we not only focus on education for living, which essentially allows a student to earn his living, but also education for life, which makes him a better individual so that he can be a good citizen to the society. So we can say education for living and education for giving back to the society. When it comes to research, our philosophy has always been that education should be tied down where it is applicable to the day-to-day problems of an individual. So unless and until the research is applicable to the society, we don't believe in just doing for the sake of research and putting the research back in the a drawing board. It has to be applicable to the society. So we are very, very focused on what topics of research we undertake.
So what is the admission procedure of Allied Health Science courses in this institution?
Well, the admission procedure is for Amrita. We have our entrance exam. To appear the entrance exam, a student should have 60% marks, at least in the 12th standard. Along with the mandatory subject is physics, chemistry, biology, and English. For two special courses like radio imaging technology and radiotherapy, students should have mathematics also. And for each subject, students should have 55% marks at least. So this is the criteria about allied health. I think Madam can speak about the nursing.
For the nursing and allied health, we have a common entrance examination, Amrita entrance examination for the life science. So when the students apply in the Amrita portal, they can give option. We have two campuses of health science in Kochi and Faridabad. So for the Kochi, Faridabad, nursing and any of the allied health program which they wish to choose. So allotment is, we have a centralized system of seat allotment. So students will be allotted the seat according to the rank they get. So as we said, we also have the same admission criteria, physics, chemistry, biology and English. The 60% mark is the cut-off mark. According to University Council, it is 45% mark.
What are the basic courses of Allied Health?
We have a nursing program already, and along with nursing, we have other BSc programs for allied, like cardiac perfusion technology, then cardiovascular technology, nutrition, intensive care technology, physician associate, respiratory therapy, then echocardiography, blood bank, radiotherapy, medical radiology and imaging technology. Then there is medical laboratory technology, then neuroelectrophysiology, emergency medicines, then operation theatre, dialysis technician, and master of hospital administration. So each specialty have different seats, like on an average 10 to 15 for the each specialty, and for medical administration it is 25.
What is the teaching training program and how will
Here at Amrita, we have a unique system of teaching. In the sense that in the first year, the student is taught all different courses, anatomy, physiology, biochemistry. This is done in many other places also. But where our uniqueness comes is that there are certain subjects that we teach them which are extremely relevant, is not taught anywhere else. For example, communication skill. We feel that the student must be able to frankly and fluidly communicate with the patients even when they go to the job profile. Same way, if they are going into research, which Dr. Praveen was saying, they must have biostatistical background. So we teach them the biostatistics. Of course, they should be proficient in English, so that is very much part of the courses. Then, if they are coming to medical line, they must know how waste disposal is maintained. So that is something we again teach them, waste disposal. We also teach them the different health programs that Government of India follow and our institute follows, and they go to the peripheral urban health center, rural health center, where they are taught all these things.
So we started nursing in Faridabad campus in 2022-23 academic year with 60 seats, and from the second batch onwards our seat is increased to 100. And we follow Indian Nursing Council curriculum, which is mandatory for all the nursing colleges of India to follow. And nursing curriculum as such is very systematic. It is a 4-year program divided into 8 semesters, in which the courses are organized systematically from basic to advanced, as I said, starting from anatomy, physiology, psychology, sociology. Then in the second semester they learn about the advanced foundation, biochemistry, nutrition, pathology, genetics, etc. So which will help them to prepare as a very competent professional to meet the complex need of the current healthcare system. And as such, the curriculum, we have the theory classes, laboratory learning experiences and clinical experience for the students will be posted in the clinical hospitals. And all the theory portions will be covered before they start the practicals. And they practice all the nursing skills in the laboratory so that they become confident before they actually take care of the patients in the clinical situation. And during the clinical posting, they are under the close supervision of the teachers, where they have specific learning requirements, learning assignments, which will make them the professional, the competent professional nurse.
How do you shape
So when we started the nursing college at Amrita, we had our vision was providing high quality nursing education in a student-friendly atmosphere. We always feel that nursing education is very stressful. Unlike other professional courses, nursing students don't enjoy their life. Even some time back, I conducted a study on graduate nurses' perception of nursing education, where 80% students, graduates said nursing education is stressful, and 86% said it's burdening. So, this was in my mind when we started the college, and we tried to make provide nursing education in a student-friendly atmosphere, making all the learning experiences more interesting, so that learning will happen effortless. That is our vision. Learning will happen effortless.
What are the facilities you have in your institution that can help the students in their curriculum?
Thank you. In fact, if you really ask me, I will say for the curriculum, any curriculum to be successful in an institution, primarily we need 3 things. Number 1, faculty. Number 2, infrastructure. And number 3, hospital for patient care and management. Here in Amrita, we have senior and experienced faculty who have joined from AIIMS New Delhi, from Maulana Azad Medical College New Delhi, from Lady Harding Medical College, from Vardhaman Mahavir Medical College, and also from Armed Forces Medical College. They are highly experienced and competent faculty members. So far as infrastructure is concerned, we have 4 air-conditioned lecture halls having the student seating capacity of 180 each and fitted with all modern teaching learning gadgets. We have NABL accredited labs, biochemistry lab, pathology lab, molecular biology lab, microbiology lab, they are all NABL accredited. Our hospital, which is tertiary care hospital, having 2,600 beds, is also NABH accredited. So, with all these infrastructure, this Amrita is really doing very well here in Delhi NCR.
So one more question. What do you think are the biggest challenges faced by teachers in the modern era?
Actually, if you ask me, the challenges faced in the modern era by the teachers, it is to keeping update with the latest technologies. That is one of the biggest challenge, because yesterday's good educational practices may become useless today, or say after 2 months or 3 months. So therefore, we have to keep updating ourselves every time through lifelong learning. That is why, in fact, teachers are also called lifelong learners. So we have to keep updating ourselves, and updating ourselves in the knowledge, in the skills, and apply this knowledge and skill in the teaching learning tools in day-to-day curriculum. That is number one challenge. And number two challenge, I will say that dealing with the mental health of the students. You will definitely agree with me, madam, if I say that these days the number of cases of depression and anxiety are increasing amongst the students. Every third day we hear that so and so has committed suicide. So more than educators, we have to act as counselors also. And the third challenge, I will say that the keeping, because these days the parents are in fact very, very demanding, and we have to keep giving them the feedback through WhatsApp and email messages. So I think these are the main three challenges which we face. Thank you.
I completely agree with what sir said. In addition to that, keeping the students engaged is also a big challenge, because the young generation, their needs, their background, their aptitude, interest, everything are different. And teachers will have to take a lot of effort in meeting the student needs and demand and keeping them positively engaged.
So how do you motivate your students to be a good professional?
Well, actually, we have a mentor-mentee program we follow, and we believe and follow personalized interaction with the student. That will increase their positivity, they will be more professional in that. And we also follow small group of teaching. So that will give more importance to each student, and they will feel that we are also part of this journey and the institute. And we are trying to, we are having some specialized class in professionalism too for our students. So that is how our student will get more professional, I think.
Will the student get hands-on experience while they are undergoing the training process?
Yeah, of course, they will get a hands-on training, because anybody who is coming to allied health science or any of the paramedical or medical or nursing, whatever stream you talk about, without having a clinical experience, a clinical hands-on experience, a clinical demonstration, the training is incomplete. And that is our biggest asset. We have a huge backup bed strength, huge patient, huge infrastructure that has been explained to you by my predecessors, and that is where our students will really enjoy this course, and they will have a lifelong experience. Perhaps they will not get it anywhere else. The other thing I want to mention at this juncture is that they go into the specific stream for a hands-on demonstration and the clinical experience or the lab-oriented experience from second year onwards. So second year and third year, particularly in the internship, that is fourth year, where they will get huge amount of hands-on training and actual one-to-one experience of what we call. But that does not mean that in the first year they are not getting subject-specific hands-on experience, because one day we have kept for the subject where they go to the department, and they get hands-on experience.
Nursing education itself is practice oriented. They have practical experience distributed throughout the semesters. In the each semester, learning objectives will vary. For example, in the first semester, their learning objective is mainly the communication and learning about the vital signs. So when they come to the clinics, they will focus on these two skills. And in the second semester, they will start applying the nursing process. Actually, the essence of nursing is nursing process, where they assess the patient, do history collection, physical examination, review the patient report, doctor's notes, and identify the patient's nursing care needs, makes nursing diagnosis, then plans care, setting objectives and selecting interventions, implements care and evaluation. This is the actual nursing process they start learning from the second sem onwards. And in the third sem, fourth sem, fifth sem, they will be starting specialty nursing. In nursing, we have 5 specialty: adult health nursing, the pediatric nursing, obstetric and gynecological nursing, psychiatric nursing, and community health nursing. So in each specialty, they will apply the nursing process with a theoretical background. And we have a lot of practice-oriented assignments like the case study, care note, the health education. And they will actually provide care to the patients according to the need after their laboratory education and developing the nursing skill. And we make sure that the students develop the skill before they actually perform care for the patients. So throughout the period, they have hands-on training. And the last semester, that's the 8th semester, is completely internship, where the students will be posted in the clinical area.
Do the students get any exposure to research?
Yes, research is included in the curriculum. So they have a paper on research and statistics. So they have 45 hours of theory class, and they have to undertake a project which is individual under the guidance of the teacher. So the students develop beginning skill as a part of nursing, BS nursing program. In addition to that, they will be conducting multiple group projects, which is also research oriented.
Yes, of course, we train up the student for research, because this is essentially an orientation to research. At this young age, they cannot do a proper research. So we teach them biotechnology in the second semester, and we give them 2 projects, or we call as short research project, and we leave them in a group so that they can pursue this short research project under the guidance of a mentor or a faculty who guides them how the research is done, how the literature is done, how the gap analysis is done, and then we train them up like that.
So do you have any feedback system to communicate with students and parents?
Actually, if you ask me, the feedback system in Amrita is the backbone. The main focus is on the feedback system. And the system also demands that. The feedback system here in Amrita, what we are following is 2-way communication. We take the feedback from students and we give them the feedback also. In fact, it is in the format of KPI, Key Performance Index, which includes points from all the aspects. That is, be it faculty, be it infrastructure, be it hospital care and management, be it administrative points, be it teaching learning activities, all points are included in this, and time to time we take feedback from the students on these points, and we improve upon our deficiencies. And also we have feedback system after each examination. We call students and have one-to-one interaction, face-to-face debriefing, and we evaluate what went wrong, what went right, and accordingly we act. And the third feedback part is the feedback to their parents. As I had earlier mentioned, that we give the parents the feedback in terms of attendance, in terms of their marks, how they are performing in the test. We all communicate with the parents from time to time through email and through WhatsApp.
Why would students choose Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham?
In In fact, madam is asking why should students choose Amrita, and I will counter the question saying that why should not students choose Amrita? When students are getting best of the infrastructure there, best of the faculty, best of the hospital, 2,600 NABH accredited hospital, such experienced faculty, and with all the modern gadgets, why should not student choose Amrita? Plus, as you must be aware that the NIRF ranking of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, that is Amrita University, is 7th in overall Indian universities, private plus government. And if I take the medical category, it is even better. We are 6th. The hospital is NABH accredited. All labs are NABL accredited. We have more than 100 collaborations with the international universities. Then UGC ranking, we are category number 1 university. With all these things, why students should not choose Amrita? I am really surprised. They will all come to Amrita.
Do you think there is a gap between what the students are being taught and what the environment expects out of them after completing the course?
Because until we know the gap, we won't be able to improve and develop on it. So it is a very important step that as an institute, as a department, we must know the gap. The question is, how do you analyze the gap? Which is the source of your gap? One, of course, is the student feedback, which says that this lecture was not good enough, or this it is a problem, or this I couldn't understand. That is one feedback which comes to help us in gap analysis. But what is more important in gap analysis is market demand. Because everything is driven by a market demand, and we have to know what is the market demand. What are they asking? Which kind of, is it that they are asking more of molecular technology? We shift to molecular technology, we add the molecular technology. Is it that they are asking of more of genomic analysis? We have to shift our thing towards the genomic analysis. So the way we do market analysis is by calling speakers from big hospitals, from corporate world, and they talk about what is their development. We have a seminar system, we have a ground round system through which we know what is happening in the world. Then we have our own in-house seminar, in-house conferences through which we know what is happening in the world scenario. And then sometimes we do a mid-course correction. We often change the mid-course and we add certain subject or tweak certain subject to make them up to date. And so that they should be tomorrow, when they face the world, they should be able to deal with any kind of cutting edge technology. That is our main aim and motto, to produce a product for which not only we will be proud of, but even the students will be proud of.
Theory practice gap and practice theory gap has been a topic of discussion for decades in nursing. My personal experience, I would say, when I was a student, what I learned in textbook was really exciting, and what is happening in the hospital, the role of nurse, was not promising. And because market, as I said, market demand was less at that time. But in the last 1 or 2 decades, there is a movement towards healthcare quality, and nursing has become more demanding, whereas many graduates are not meeting the demands of the healthcare system. So again, there is a practice education gap. So when we started the nursing college in Amrita, or when we started the hospital at Amrita Faridabad, we had a vision to reduce the theory practice gap. So we have implemented a collaborative model of nursing education, whereas the service side and the faculty work together. And it is happening only in 1 or 2 other institutes in the country. So I have a dual role as a principal of a nursing college and deputy director of nursing service. So that makes the collaboration very easy. And we will be implementing all the procedures the same way it is taught in the college. and the practice also will be standardized so that the theory practice gap is minimized. So that is a unique feature of nursing in Amrita.
So coming to AI, it has a huge potential. So how far have we come and how much have we progressed in this regard?
Yeah, so AI is definitely a buzzword these days. You will see every single individual, be it a student or a professional, everybody talks about AI. And actually, it is a very universal thing because it can impact and if implemented correctly, it can definitely enhance any kind of service, be it a patient service in case of healthcare or it could be any other financial service for that matter. So that being said, the initial implementation of AI was more to do with RPA, robotic process automation, where the various functions of an organization was taken and tried to automate, try to make it more efficient. And then in terms of what the future is totally limited by our own thinking, because AI can do a lot of things. And futuristically, we are also talking about AGI, artificial general intelligence, which is definitely much more powerful, efficient, and it can really impact pretty much. I would say 50% of the job globally. That's what the IMF, International Monetary Fund, they have reported that.
What are some of the key fields where we will be seeing the most impact of AI in healthcare and in the future?
So when it comes to application of AI in healthcare specifically, so far we have seen that it has limited towards clinical decision support system, CDSS. Say for example, we have an MRI image of a patient, and for a radiologist to read that image is one thing, but AI can do it much faster because of the image processing technology that has advanced. So it can aid a radiologist. Similarly, when it comes to say pathology, digital pathology,